After I eat. Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girl, Dr. Joy PhD, Callie, and Montique. We are here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Reunion Part 2. Part 2. Part deuce. Part 2. No, that's not 3. That's 3. Dose. Okay, let's move on. How's everybody?
Good.
Just go. I was trying to help our multilingual people, and I just didn't do it. So, how y'all doing today, ladies?
We are it is freezing. Everything at the house is frozen. We have evacuated over to my auntie's house, okay?
Oh,
The
really?
toilet water is frozen. I mean, literally, it don't care. We getting ring notifications. Everybody around there is froze. It don't matter if you got the heat on or not, it's froze, okay?
Yeah, that's the kind of weather you got to drip your faucets.
It
Yes.
didn't, yeah, we did that too. And you woke up to icicles.
No.
Yes, the
What
drip.
about where you are, Joy?
It's -3 today, but so it feels like -13. So it's pretty cold. We drip ours. We've been running a fireplace
Hi.
since
Jordan
1
said
o'clock.
hi.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
Are we live yet?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh.
So here it's not even snowing yet. It's supposed to snow. They've already canceled school for Tuesday.
For Tuesday.
Even though it ain't nothing on the ground. But
Right.
that's, Tennessee, we don't know how to handle the snow. We don't know how to drive in the rain. So we don't know how to drive in the snow.
Right.
So anyway, are we doing a chat
We're
stick
doing-
moment or no? I don't have anything. Unless you want to talk about Atlanta don't have their contracts yet.
Yeah, we can.
That's the only thing I can think of. So Candy went live and Sheree went live. They were talking about the Traders show, which I haven't watched. It's on Peacock, but she's on Traders. And they asked her, had she received a contract? She said no one had. She sounded nervous. Candy didn't sound nervous. Sheree was stuttering, but she stuttered anyway. So, but she was like, I hope I get one. So we shall see. Do y'all think they're going to do a total reboot or
They should.
a total reboot?
If they can find a friend group, they absolutely should. If I was, I've shared this. If I was asked to come on that show, I would only under it had to be all new girls because those girls already have teams. They already have alliances. They already have established themselves on a show. I wouldn't want to be a new person on that cast.
But that's any show then, right?
That is going to be any show.
Yeah,
but Kenya gets along with everybody. I mean,
Salt Lake has team. I mean, all of them have teams already, so that would be a
Yeah.
total reboot for every show if that was the reason.
I'm
not saying anything's wrong with that.
I would like to see Kenya back.
I think that's the only way, in my opinion. That's just my thought, and that's the only way that they're going to get quality.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Latoria.
I think if the kind of quality that we want, everybody in here knows that if you did the top 10 of Black people that are successful, that can really, as far as net worth and all of that good stuff, the #1 city in the country right now is still Atlanta. As far as Black people, Charlotte might be right up under it, but it's definitely Atlanta. So we know that there are quality people there, but nobody wants to come on to a show that's already messy. Now, if you are scrapping,
everything's already messy.
They don't get messy.
Yeah.
Okay,
if you start from a new, they're going to be
just gonna
creating
be
new mess.
Okay, so it's gonna be like old mess. We're gonna get into the new mess.
Yeah, it'll be new mess.
It's when you have upper echelon people, they ain't gonna want to be running to no reality TV because they ain't trying to risk their jobs, they ain't trying to risk their marriages. They probably, and if they doing anything criminal, they gonna go to jail. They gonna call their husbands gay. Like everybody don't,
especially in Atlanta.
Especially in Atlanta, you ain't gonna want that. They're gonna try to bring somebody on, the family ex member who you don't like.
I think it's a lot of people though. There are a lot of wealthy men as well as women, but I think that there are a lot more Portias out there who have aligned themselves with a wealthy man who may have all the wealth, but don't have the fame and kind of want that. Because that's how I saw. I always think that, in my opinion, this may not be worth the hill of beans to nobody.
Somebody, Joy. Wait a minute. Somebody want to know what a pre-PhD is. She's going to explain it to us.
Wait a minute. Let me finish this thought. But Portia was a perfect housewife on an already established show. It was very clear that Portia had no agenda when she came on that show. She just wanted to be famous. She said she didn't even monetize herself until she was in her third season. So she didn't have an agenda. She just wanted to be famous. But that's what we need.
Joy. Joy. Now these people want to be monetized immediately. These people ain't like Portia. Portia was a little dense. We're not going to be dense today, as Candace said.
But I like that. I like
you like dense?
Hard to find a dense person.
You don't like Candace.
And then they're going to be like, if somebody like Portia going to come to my house, get in my pool, and steal my husband. We ain't going to do that.
I already got but I'm...
we know how she got enjoyed. She went to the party.
You ain't coming to my house and stealing my husband. You ain't getting in my pool with your big old booty.
Okay, let me explain pre-PhD. Whatever. There was a show that was on HBO called The Black Girl Skit Club. And there was a character on there. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember Dr. something.
Yes, Hadassah, something Kareem. And she was like really, really light skinned with light eyes. And she was pro-black. Yeah, and she said she had a pre-PhD, and it's so funny when she say that to people like it don't exist. It doesn't exist.
It does not.
It does, but all of us are pre-PhD.
Everybody. Who's just a self-proclaimed pre-PhD? Everybody but Dr. Wendy.
Right. I do have a master's degree though.
Right.
That's real.
We are degreed.
Real master's degree.
We're just pre-PhDs.
Everyone is degreed. Joy is just a little closer to the pre-PH and the D. Yeah.
All right.
Can I get the link? Hey, Demisio. Yep.
Okay.
Montique or somebody send you the link.
Joy might have to. I'm not in Facebook. I'm not in anything.
I get it.
And I'm about to eat my pop. I'm about to get off camera in a second because I'm about to eat.
Hold on. Let me put it in there. I gotta go get it.
Can you get it, Joy? Oh, I guess I could have put it. He said, "Go ahead, honey. You pre-PhD too, Ashley. So if you want to,
we all are. Yeah.
For your name, you go ahead, girl. She ain't trademarked like Eminem and Shady. Okay, you can do it. So, anyway, and people who don't know what that is, he's suing Giselle and Robin for reasonably shady. Anyway, so we're about to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. We do like a what do you call it? Chat stick moment to get you all in, and then we start on the show. So let's rate it. How would you rate the show, Callie? 1 to 10, 10 being the best.
I would give it a 7.
Okay, that's pretty good. Joy?
I would say about the same, 7.5, 8.
Yeah, I'm about the same too. And everybody in the audience who are watching, we have a lot of people on right now. There you go. Follow Angela. She gave it a 9.5. If we have time, Tori, we will do the StreamYard. What that is we allow people to come in. We'll put in the link. You can come in. You don't have to show your face in the beginning, but let us see you in the back room so we make sure you're a human and you ain't doing nothing like that man did for Dr. Heavenly. We can't have that on him.
Yeah.
And we'll let you on. Or you can do an avatar like Callie's doing today. All right? So y'all ready to get, did I rate it? I did. Let's get into it. So it was the continuation of Keke and Tish, correct?
That's how it started.
Okay. What do y'all think about the cousins tree? Did I just make up that word? That's a pre-PhD word if I make that up. What do y'all think about the cousin tree of them? Like, should they even be still fighting? Should they be doing an alliance? Or is it not going to be able to happen? Is it too late?
Well, I think it's too late. Me personally, I think it's too late for them to try. But they can give that up. But I also think that Tisha and the whole Keke, you and your husband cheating forever, I don't think that landed as strong of a flex as she thought that it would. I don't think it matters. We expect them to talk about each other now, so they might as well get beyond that and either be cousins or not be anything at all. And I don't think they're going to be anything at all for a while, at least.
What about you, Joy?
You know how I feel about. To me, that's the messiest part. Like they like blood cousins. They first.
look alike. They twins.
And they look right. They could
Right.
share body parts.
Right.
Right. They could donate body parts
They
to
look
another.
the same.
Yeah.
I would have never done what Keke did. Like never. Like
And I
never.
would have never done what Tisha and Marceau did to her. Like never, ever. Because you shouldn't do that. They didn't have no. And Keke was right when
I
Keke
think
said, "I am already famous because y'all was talking about me before I was on the show," and it's very true. They was talking about her telling her business.
No,
it is true.
Keke's name
It
never
is
came
true.
up until she was.
It is true. I don't care. They were still talking
Not in
about her.
Huntsville streets, honey.
All right, quit playing.
Famous in the Huntsville
They
streets.
were still talking about her. Thank you.
No, they were.
They were.
Oh, hold on, we got
Joy.
some.
That's not true.
Hi, Carla. Hi, Kayla. We got a lot of people. Hi, Kayla. You're
Hi,
new,
girl.
I think. Hi, Kayla. So Angela said that she believes Keke received a cease and desist. Why do you think that, Angela?
From who? And from who?
From Tisha?
Keke could have a storyline. That's what I've already said that too. They could have focused on her recovery with opioids. I feel like that could have been her storyline.
Well, that would have been a good storyline too. But for some reason, Marceau wants to be such a jokester with it all the time. It's weird to me. He just laughs. Let me test him at the moment. She's lying. Say it again, Joy.
He didn't say he Marceau actually didn't respond in any way about her drug uses until she threw that water on her.
Lies and propaganda.
Joy, stop.
Joyisha.
No, prior to the water. Wait a minute. Prior to
drugs.
the water, when did and you're talking about outside of Mel and Martell.
You're talking about on Facebook and Instagram and social media?
Way
before on social media.
About her drug usage?
Yes. They went at it. On social media. We talked about it on here. Yes, they did. Because she even said she ain't telling the whole truth. I'm going to tell more. We talked about it.
But we're talking about actually
on social media, right?
Actually, you're correct about that. But actually, you are. But it's because but I guess my point was Marceau and Tisha, and I'm gonna be more specific, didn't talk about her drug usage
on put TV, the battery in the back,
or on social media until Keke revealed it. That was really what the issue is.
Hey, Latoya, I personally feel like
see, we didn't even say hi to you, so how you gonna come talking up in here?
I'm sorry.
I'm just hi, D. He my little brother.
Hi, my babies. Hi, my aunties. Look, my aunties are far away.
I'm your sister. I ain't your auntie. I ain't old enough.
I'll take auntie.
I'm just playing. D.
I can be your grandmother, but
in the spirit of Wendy, call me Auntie Joy.
I'm your sister. I don't want to be your auntie, okay?
No, I think it was a good episode. I'll give it a 8, 7.5, 8. I think it was actually very good, fairly entertaining. I love Martell's little temper tantrum that he threw that tickled my entire soul. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Sit down. Sit down. Like Mel said she beat his ass. I was like, oh.
You be going too far.
Okay. We're gonna stick to Tisha. I personally
did not talk about her drug use on TV or social media until Keke shared her usage. That's not true.
That's not true.
On TV, that's not true.
You guys are not recognizing is that
Keke. Wait a minute. Hold on before y'all start talking. Callie, you have that I don't know what it's called, but it's like like when you talk.
Something is hitting the mic. I
don't know if it's your mic or what, but go ahead.
Well, I will say.
Did you say I'm doing that? Does that mean?
Yeah, you were, but you're not now.
Okay.
So
I will say this because I'm not like an avid watcher like the rest of them are, but I have caught episodes here and there. I do keep up with it on social, like the clips that I see on like, the blog channels and stuff like that. When they come on every week, they post like, each segment. And I did actually watch the reunions full through. And I will say this. I don't, even with Bell Collectives, but we ain't talking about that, but I'm just trying to make a point with, I did not like, it's like they were badgering her about like the drug use. Like I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was like,
that's a question I'm going to ask y'all.
Okay.
So let me, So let me get into it.
That's who I'm talking about, Carlos,
Yeah.
because I didn't like
Yeah,
how he
let
was
me get into that.
doing
You
old
went
girl on Bell
extreme.
Collective either about the domestic
Yeah.
abuse. It was
I
like,
agree. It was
goodness.
dirty. It was dirty.
So I'm gonna say this. We're just gonna jump into it because Dee done already started it.
Keke shared during the 5
If you
reunion her
notice,
usage.
when Stormi was trying to talk to Tish about the using her Canvas Beauty
Okay.
shipping thing, Carlos stopped her from talking. When Keke was trying to talk to Tish about certain things, Carlos said, no, Keke, stop talking. But
Yeah.
when Martell and Mel go at it, he just let them talk over each other. And I don't understand how he picks and chooses who he allows to talk.
Well,
Somebody,
tonight, though, he did try to stop it a little bit. He did tell Martell and Melody, no, we're not going to go on with the conversation because they were getting out of control. But he waited until really the conversation was almost over before
Right.
he even said that.
He waited a minute. But with
Yeah.
Stormi,
He
he didn't even
actually
get to
said-
say a word. He was like,
he actually said, "Whoo, I'm so glad you out of her life." It was something like that you all not together. Like it was almost like it was a revelation
Yes,
for
Marsha.
him. It was so funny because he was like, "You've moved on and you out of her life. You moved on and you out of his life."
Oh.
Like it was like he was exhausted. And then
Yeah.
Mel, even that's when Mel was giddy and was like, "You see what was going? You see how toxic it was in my house? That's why I beat your ass every once in a while."
yeah, we
She
just
said that
don't-
one
we ain't gonna
time.
even get. We supposed to be
She
going in
said that
order.
one time,
No,
not
we
every
supposed to.
once in a while.
Y'all just want to
Jordan
jump. So
changed the
I'm not
whole
moderating
dang on
today. Y'all
narrative
just
up in
talk.
here.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Mhm. Look, we
I'm
were talking
trying
at the same time. I
to
don't know
get
what
some
you
order on
said.
here, but they ain't gonna let me do it, and I
Go
can't.
ahead. I'm gonna shut up at this. Let me hit mute. Okay, go.
No, it ain't you, Callie. Okay. Anyway,
It's me. How
what
is
do
it
y'all
me?
say? And you and D come in here and you gets reckless. Joy just gets reckless.
Now, why am I in it? Now, see how I get thrown into stuff? Ain't he did nothing.
Okay, let me
I
get
love
back
it.
on camera. I'm gonna eat. Okay. What was I finna say?
We
What do
talk
y'all
about.
think about Keke kept calling Tisha dumb?
I agree with her.
Okay, well,
I agree with her.
many people
You can
agree.
believe everything else that the Huntsville streets are saying, but about your husband, or even question it even a little bit.
I
I
don't
mean,
understand
I
that.
mean,
Wait, let
why
him
would she
finish.
believe the other
Go
stuff
ahead,
about?
bitch.
Why would she believe the other stuff that the Huntsville street is saying? I mean, we can go hand in hand with the semantics here.
wait
So
a
why
minute.
she
Where's
believing the Huntsville streets about Stormi not paying her invoices? Did she
wait a
get
minute, Kyla? Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. She said, "I'm concerned about the facts you share. We need to get that together."
Okay. Anyway, so what was you about to say about it, Callie?
That was
Joy?
it. I was just
Maybe
reading
it was
her
Joy.
comment.
Joy.
We'll put a link out near the end of the show if we have time, Kyla.
Okay.
I don't know if Tisha meant this, but Tisha, it wasn't just about the streets. She said, "I'm not the only one that you owe."
The streets people called her and told her.
No.
That is what she said.
I'm not arguing that. And then she said, "I'm not the only one that Stormi owes."
They're still basically getting information from the Huntsville street, somebody else that has told her that.
No.
Did she name the people?
Because she said,
said,
yeah.
"I am not the only person Stormi
You know what
owes."
she's saying Stormi owes her for? The
And
$100
that's the
escrow.
same, and that still
Wait,
is basically the same thing that
Montego
I'm
said the
saying.
SO.
She said that, yeah. She said, "I'm not the only one that Stormi owes," basically implying that she only have gotten that information from somebody else. So that's the same thing. Listening to Huntsville street gossip.
I hear, yes, I'm not arguing and saying that she's not listening to the streets gossip. I'm saying that she's also saying that I am a person that she owes. So
That's
yes,
what she's
other
talking about,
people have
Latoya.
called
the
me and
$100
has
escrow.
doubled down
Joy.
that she owes.
She's saying that she owes her the $100 from the
$100
escrow,
escrow
which
fee.
she gave her a $500 gift basket. Do we need to pull that up? She gave them a $500 giveaway. She had a booth.
I know what she did. I know
She
she did.
spent
Well, let
almost
me finish.
$10,000.
She gave them over $6,000 stuff away. And you trying to say, oh, and I spoke at your event, and you trying to say that, oh, you're $100?
After Marceau came over there with his dentures looking mouth being catty.
And you didn't even tell me at our meeting when you asked me to come because somebody dropped out. You weren't
Very
gonna be there.
unprofessional. First of
Did
all,
you
because
say
if you're gonna,
dentures? I
yeah,
can't.
because he looked like he got dentures. Marcel is so ugly to me. So ugly. But that was something that should have been had before the
I
expo
definitely agree with
even
that.
happened. That $100 should have been talked about at the meeting about the expo.
Right.
So let's be clear about one thing, honey. If they wanted that
What is
$100 so
going
bad, they
on?
should have said that way ahead of time.
I
Like
don't argue that. I'm
you don't
not
do that
arguing about
you don't do
that.
that at an event.
So
And
then
then,
what
like I
is your
said, then
argument, Joy?
Marceau is catty about it. He didn't even come in like a approachable way, like, hey, like, we charged $100. I meant to say it beforehand. My bad for not bringing it up ahead of time. But just get with us when you can about it. He
Kelly,
being
you don't know how
catty about it, like a little girl.
I think that he was also annoyed because just the scene before that, they were tripping off how much space she was taking up. It
well,
appears
that's
to
his
me
fault.
that it wasn't organized enough, because if Marceau was clear about the amount of space that you get,
Mm-hmm.
you got a 1 table booth or 2 table booths, because usually
Mm-hmm.
even 2 tables out that stretches outside of your 5x8 or whatever the dimensions are, you're charged more.
Right.
That, I mean, and I
That
don't
part,
think it was
Andrea.
very clear. I don't think it was clear. So I'm not arguing that the situation wasn't organized, or even that. I think he was tripping off of how much space she was taking,
But
and for
he should have gave
somebody
her
who paid,
dimensions.
but
That was his fault.
somebody who didn't pay, because I'm sure that's what's going through their head. She taking up at least, like, let's keep it real. It looked like she took up at least 4 or 5 spaces.
But it didn't stop anybody else from setting up, though. So considering Stormi being Stormi, she's set up a really good big booth, yes, but she's giving away free products.
That's neither here nor there when
It is
you're
everything here
not
and
in the
there,
expo.
actually.
But he
From a
didn't give
person that
dimensions,
been
Joy.
from a
So have you
person,
been to an expo, Joy? Wait a
I
minute.
did.
He didn't
I
give
did.
one dimension.
So did you get like the parameters of where
I
you
did.
could set
I
up?
said that. I said that.
That's his
That's
fault.
usually what happens.
That's his
You
fault.
did
Yeah,
that,
that's their
Joy.
fault, because
That's
they
his
should have
fault.
said all of that in the meeting ahead of time. So all of that is still Marceau's fault, and then for him to have the audacity to try to be catty about it, like, honey, bye. That's
Did
why
you get a
Stormy
chance to
do
send
him.
that money
That's why
over? Keep it
Stormy
being
do him
straight.
the
Yeah, I
way
agree
she
with
do
Taylor.
him.
I
That's
did.
exactly why Stormy treat him the way that she treat him. Like, I would treat Marceau the same way. I would have it ready for his ass every time, honey, because you want to be Marisha so bad. So we gonna do that every time, since that's how you want to be. You want to be catty and instead of being mature about a situation, because he didn't handle that situation maturely at
Can we
all.
get off season that
I'm
episode
ready,
and just
honey. Okay.
listen?
Okay. So do y'all all think that
They
Tisha's
talking
dumb
about
or
it at
not?
the reunion, so it's just like, what? I
I
mean,
got you, D.
What was your question, Montique?
I asked the question, and D was the only one who agreed that Keke was okay with calling her dumb and ignorant
she is. Not
with
saying
the
that
big old
Keke is.
head. Said
Not
your head
saying
is
that
too
Keke isn't
big.
either, but
Yo-
she was right about teacher.
She said your head is too big to be that dag blasted dumb.
With
Yeah, I
her
hate that she gets called dumb all the time, though. I really do. Now, I get that she questions if her husband is, well, she doesn't question it. Everyone brings up her husband maybe cheating. I get it. But then also, people like to call her out because she has a lisp. She says Espo instead of Expo.
Is that
So
a word?
I hate that they toy around with that stuff. She seems, questionable sometimes because of what Marsal does to her. But overall, though, Keke, there's no reason to call her stupid, I don't think, but guess that's
I
just
think that's
me.
why they call her stupid, because of that specific reason that you named. Not necessarily that she's literally stupid, but her decision sometimes,
Yeah.
Okay.
especially is regarding Marcel, because ain't no
So
way I would be putting up with that type of mess.
And
Period.
it's his fault though. He treats her that way and makes her look stupid. I'm just saying. But okay, go ahead, Teak.
I agree with that, Callie. I took a bite because I thought you were gonna be talking some more. Sorry. So then Tisha insinuates that Keke paid for her husband to go on a date with somebody.
Child.
Which turned out to be a lie.
Why would she do that though? What would you think she was gaining from that?
What is
trying
she
to
explain? How
trying
does
to
she
one
explain it?
trying to one up her, trying to one up her. That's
So
all,
yeah,
and fell right on flat because Keke on right on up to her. Yeah, we both were cheating on each other. I gave him money for something else, and he went on a date with the money that I gave him, and I caught him and acted a fool.
I
So
mean,
it's just like it didn't land how she thought it was gonna land, honey. She looked a mess. That's why Melanie and Martin, not Martin, so but Melanie and
Martell even
Martell
was
was
like,
like, girl, we thought we thinking she just
yeah.
arranged it. Girl, bye.
So
I mean,
this
I think that's worse.
yeah.
I
Well,
think
I
I
think what
think her
happened is
answer was worse.
That's not
which
worse than her. Like they said, the way she
that's not worse.
embodied is
If
that.
somebody sneaking and do something versus,
I mean,
versus
versus
that's not her,
planning
but
it.
that's not
That's
me
her
no
fault.
knowing
worse.
the
But that's
situation.
not her fault that he lied to
Yeah,
her.
that's not
I'm
her
not.
fault.
Either one would be her fault. Well,
That's
yes,
not
it would.
worse.
The
The
other one
first
would be
would.
her fault if she planned it. If
That's
Yeah,
she,
if you
it's
arrange the
crazy.
marriage, that's stupid. I
yeah,
mean,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Really
it
I
didn't
don't,
crazy.
land how Tisha thought she was eating honey and she looked really dumb.
I mean, I don't think
and
she
it was
looked
20
dumb because
years ago,
She
y'all. It
absolutely
was
looked ridiculous
20.
because she was trying to
Yeah,
like stick it to her. That's what she was trying
she
to do. She was
was.
trying to
And
be
her own
funny and cute
husband
about it.
confirmed she was
I
wrong.
don't think that that's what her situation was. I think her thing was, girl,
Then
worry
what was she
about
bringing it up for?
She
because
let
why?
it be.
Because you're spending all of this time talking about my marriage when you and your husband cheat on each other all the time. Talk about that. Don't
I
talk about
agree.
me.
I agree.
Okay, but
So that's how I
she
took it. I
brought up
didn't
the
take it
marriage.
like
She
that.
brought up the cheating, and it was not a big deal because Keke owned right up to it. So then Tisha went through. Tisha tried to
It
say,
wasn't that it
"Well,
was.
what about the money you said you took last year?" Well, it wasn't last year. Marcel confirmed it. So what I think it is that Tisha, just like with her pre-planned read, she studied everything in the car. She wanted to
Hello.
say everything as soon as she opened her
Hello.
mouth, so she wouldn't forget and say it later. She was
That's why she
talking without
accidentally called
thinking.
Stormi a drug head when she thought
Yes.
I don't
that
think
Reed
that was
was
an
really.
accident. She got a whole song talking about a drug
No, that was
lord.
from 5 years ago, and and it's not her
And
song.
I listened to
It
the
was a hook on
song.
somebody else's
Where's
song.
that one
It
girl that was on
was,
here
but she
that
was
told
So
us
I
singing
about the
mean,
for
song?
I sing songs about
Hmm.
pimping hoes and everything, and I don't do it. I mean, I be in the car, my car is ratchet. I mean, just because you sing a song on the hook does
It
not
is
mean
not
that you
worse. How
do
is
it.
her
He did a
husband
video with her
It's
cooking it
not
up.
worse, but
cheating? How is her husband cheating on her, getting money from her, and then going and cheating on her behind her back? And she caught them worse than her actually arranging it, because that's why Tisha
What are
said she was
y'all talking
trying.
Because
about?
the first one wouldn't be
a
hurtful
comment
because
that was just up
you're
there.
controlling the
But she
situation.
said it
But the
as like
second
a
one
Let's get
wouldn't
to
even
dig.
be
putting these
worse.
comments up because
She
we're going
said it
back.
as
You,
like a dig, though. Like, we're not gonna negate the
that
fact that she said
is.
that like a dig, but it didn't land how she thought it was
Exactly,
gonna
Marsha.
land.
I'm
Period.
not. Okay, sure.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
say that the
And I'd
20
rather
year
a woman
okay.
go ahead, Keith.
No. All I'm gonna say is that this happened 20 years ago. And if they got over it 20 years ago and they married with children, I don't even understand why she even brought this up.
The
Because she
stuff
thought
about
it was going to
and the
be a
stuff about
serious flex.
Marcel is now. The stuff about Marcel is
Right.
now,
Right.
honey.
Yeah.
So
So,
she needs
Well,
to
you
be
know.
taking a reality check.
that was supposed to be her storyline is now.
What?
Now
But
that's
they
a
didn't
totally
even
different
bring
thing.
up.
So she didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
I don't know if they will on the third part. Do you want to talk about it, Joy?
You talking about her
The
baby?
son? Yeah.
Yeah, if Keke has a son, that she don't know who the father is.
Okay, first of all, let's stop talking. Everything we say is allegedly our opinion,
Yeah.
entertainment purposes only. We are having fun here. Do not try to take us for our coins because we're not monetized yet and we don't have them. All right,
Okay.
let's go. Now we can keep going, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, allegedly that was supposed. Well, it ain't no allegedly. She said it.
She said it. Yeah.
That was supposed to be her storyline, but for some reason, here we are for the 4th season in a row talking about Marcel, the sex god, who every girl in Alabama and Tennessee want to screw. It's perplexing to me.
Okay.
I think they're over that. I mean, because it was completely funny when Kimmy and Mel went back and forth with you go first,
Oh, yeah.
etc. That was completely funny. But in the end,
Because
There is no
they really
concrete
did. They
proof.
really didn't say what they really wanted to say. They really
They
kept it
didn't.
cute.
They didn't. They went with what they knew that
Would be
should be
appropriate
said,
to say to
especially
not hurt
Kimmy,
Tisha's
because that's
feelings.
Kimmy's bloodline. So,
So, Kelly, do you want to set that up since you brought it up? What Carlos was asking and what happened
Carlos just
um,
irked my
with
soul
the
this whole
Kimmy
reunion.
D?
yeah,
I'm down.
Carlos was asking if Melody and Kimmy believe what Keke was saying, that she has a cheater on her arm. And of course, as we all saw on the show, they kind of went back and forth with that. Oh, Melody put that little smirk on her face and turned them little eyes like, don't even ask the question.
I
And
think
then
what she
Kimmy did the
said though was
same.
reasonable though. That
Oh,
shocked me.
absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
thought what
Both
she
of them.
said, I actually agree with.
With
I,
who?
and
Which one?
with
Both of
Melanie.
them.
Oh, particularly at the end when she said, at this point, it's been a lot of talk, but she wants some concrete evidence. And I'm like, that is what's supposed. For the
Yeah.
life of me, what woman in the world leaves their husband because they heard rumors? Like for real.
I
don't think anyone disagrees with you.
So I'm like, it's just like year after year after on this show. It's been year after year after year after year. Which I can imagine that it's overwhelming, but there have been situations where Melanie flat out said on Twitter she was allegedly cheating with somebody. They got that person on live. These people are within their circle, and that girl denied it. I'm sure there are others. People claim that she really was lying. Don't make sense. But I guess my point, no woman in the world that is halfway in love with their husband would leave them based off of rumors. And this is beating
Or
a
a boom
horse.
boom room. I get
And
it.
Carlos lied last reunion because he said they weren't going to do this again.
They weren't going to talk about the cheating rumors?
Yes. Again? And here we are again, and that's what we talking about. I don't believe them. Ain't no way you're going to convince me that.
Joy.
What?
If you were cheating with Marceau.
Oh, no.
Would you tell? Okay. Right. That's not a flex. Like being history.
But I wouldn't. Nothing.
I wouldn't do it.
Marceau is my favorite on the show.
Marceau
I have been very clear about that. He's funny to me. I think that I like how he played with word play, girl. I'm a word play girl. I love it. He and I can verbally spoil, I think, in my opinion. But nothing about him says sex. Nothing about him says remove the bottom half of your clothes.
Not even the top, honey. None of them.
Definitely not.
Nothing.
That's just our opinion. That's just our opinion, though. I'm sure that's just our opinion.
He's not. I don't think he's ugly, though. Y'all, I don't believe he's ugly.
I'm sure he's a personality figure. Like I'm sure there's people out there that would do him just because he got some clout.
I sent you a message, Monty.
He don't even have that kind. I would say that. I mean, I hope this is. I don't know if anybody of his family would be watching because this would be terrible. Because I do stand for him, but I don't think Marceau. I don't think has that kind of money. I don't think he has what they're kind of trying to present to even garner. I will say he don't look bad. Like when he's in the club, he got the cigar. Maybe he can get in the field that way. Hey,
I said if a chunk of monk, I don't call nobody a chunk of monk because we all want Ozempic and Wegovy over here. But we're just saying if a chunk of monk can cheat, Marceau can cheat, and I agree because Keke's husband is a chunk of monk with
I ain't saying
only two cute husbands on the Huntsville cast, so only two. That's it.
What I know that Joy jokes a lot about Marceau not being sexy.
No, I said it's only two on there to me that's cute anyway. So
Chris Fletcher?
No, Martell and Kimmy's husband. Them the only two that look worth anything.
Better than Chris Fletcher?
I guess I have to look at him. Those men are handsome.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, but
I have sex with Martell.
He got a hook and a curve, so you just be ready. If we were cheating on Marceau, I'd have told my friends by now, and the world would know. You would.
Well,
Why?
I
You
get
please
that
come us live.
unless.
All right, Callie, you're supposed to be doing the comments, but I had to put that one
Yeah,
up.
no,
Okay.
but I get that unless, of course, you want me to shut up, so you're going to take me on a 2-week trip to Africa and then leave me thousands and thousands of dollars when we get back to town. I'm just going to shut up. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Yeah, me too. I don't see how these people be exposing these celebrities, baby. They be sleeping with the wrong people. Cause let me get my hands on one. You think I'm finna get on the internet to try to sell it to a blog? No, ma'am. Cause I want
I
to keep
tend
it
to
covered.
think they done slept with 10 before they came across that one. I usually tend to think that.
You think
That
that
they didn't mess with 10 others. They just came across this
the
one
wrong
that's
one?
psycho. And it's
Right.
the wrong one. I just don't think it's first
That's
try
true.
and then it happened.
I mean, there's
Marcel
somebody
got
for
enough money to pay
everybody.
a woman,
You're right.
yes, about 2 to 3 a week to be a sugar mama, in my opinion. And I agree, Latoria.
I don't think so.
There's enough money.
I don't think they do.
Not
Yeah,
for
that's
enough for
not.
me.
I really don't
Is that
think
enough
they
for
do.
you? But 2,000 a week.
Well,
That may be
I live
okay.
a very simple life, so
I mean,
that'll
that's
equal
over
up. To it's about-
100,000
Oh
a
yeah,
year.
that's
2,000 a
good. I
week?
did it now. You see me do math in my head.
Yeah,
I
it's
carry the
okay,
money
because it's
every
like five. It's
but
like
I don't
5
believe he
weeks in
has
a
that kind
month.
of money.
I don't think he
So
does either, but she did say they're millionaires. So let's just be
but they're
honest
still
about
That's
it.
a whole
they're
lie.
trying to build
I think that's a
Scottsdale.
whole lie.
And I'm gonna tell you something. It's gonna take them years to build that, and all their money is probably going to that because they have to get all kind of stuff to build on that land. Like it has no sewer, it has no light posts. I mean, they're gonna have excavation. That's gonna be 15 years. I don't care what nobody say. They're gonna be living in that house they renovated for it. Their kids gonna be in college
On the
before they.
corner off Highway 20.
But at least the appliances match. That's what's important.
This
Mhm.
go around. I just don't say that. If you got a black refrigerator, a white stove, and a
A silver
tan
microwave.
oven, right? I wouldn't. Come on. You know what? I showed y'all what they can rent for $2,500
Yeah.
in Huntsville.
I know.
I showed y'all those houses.
Yeah.
Those
Of course, if their
condos,
appliances don't match, then maybe he could afford 2,000 a
those
week. But that's neither here nor there. Come
those
on, Monty.
condos
I'm
that
ready
they
to move
rent
on.
is probably about $1,600. For $2,500, they can rent a big 5-6 bedroom house.
Yeah.
It would be nice if they stopped talking about it now, though, until something concrete comes
You
out.
talking about the cheating?
Yeah.
So we don't want. So season 7, they start to film. We don't want to hear about the cheating, right?
Yeah, they
I'm not
started the
gonna
film
lie. I
on the
want some
9th, I
different. I
believe,
want
which
to
is
see
the
some
day that
different
Martell got
people. I'm
arrested.
tired
But
of
that's
them.
just gossip. Mhm.
So no more. They're not getting on no different people. Carlos said the
Y'all
court
think
6 is
Stormi
clean.
coming back?
Yeah, I do.
Cause it's just like
I'm
they do
not
need some new
sure.
people. Like, it is kind of getting a little stale seeing the same people argue over and over and over again. They on season
This was a
7?
new
Like
argument.
it's time.
This
It
It's
was
was an
time.
old
this whole
argument.
second. This was the first season that Keke was on. She wasn't on last season.
Oh,
This
her.
season
Yeah, I
was just
thought you meant
super long.
Stormy. Because
It was
Stormy's
just
mom,
super
that was an old
long.
argument.
Oh, Carla,
Yeah,
Kelly,
what's
put
up
your
with them?
comment up.
What is up with them doing all that with
Oh,
the
Carla said she goes to
season A
hell.
and season B? Like, just make it one season. Why we got to do all
Well,
that?
see, they split theirs up into
Yeah.
A and B. So they do
Yeah.
a mid-season like hiatus,
Yeah.
and then
And
they come
it's
back.
been over the summer.
Yeah.
That's what's been happening this last season and this season. They
Maurice is
aired like
screaming.
from like February to like May. And then
The only
all
thing I don't like
summer.
about Maurice is that sex stuff that irked me.
Oh, I can't stand them. Okay, but let's move on, y'all.
So
So we got to get off here because Potomac's coming on in 40 minutes. Okay, and we leaving for Potomac because that's our show, and we'll do that tomorrow. Everybody's gonna be home, snowed in, MLK Day. You shouldn't have to work.
Okay, it's snowing right now as we
Call out of
speak.
work. If you is black, you do not go to work on Martin Luther King's Day. Do you hear me?
Oh, my God.
No. Okay. So anyway,
My baby going to work.
you tell her I said hell no. I'm Sophia. I said hell no. Do not go to work, black people, and tell your boss Montique said it. He can call me or she can. All right. So Keke's drugs.
Oh.
Y'all want to get into this. This is the next topic.
That was so
God.
disgusting.
Carlos, to me,
He was wrong.
he was wrong.
He was.
I think he was. I was clutching my imaginary. I almost put some on. I knew that was hard.
Well,
what do y'all think? It was hard.
My
It was
frozen, or
better
am
than
I
me because
frozen?
the way I would have
could've
got
frozen.
Carlos together, honey. The way I would have told him about himself on that stage, baby, please, Keke better than me, because I would have got him all the way together. I would have been like, is this interrogation island, or are you really concerned? Because it don't seem like you're concerned to me. It just seems like you're over there being a messy queen, honey, that you always been. See, Carlos can have me
Ooh,
on
my
that
eyes got
stage.
real big on that one.
Because,
Mm-hmm.
baby, I would have definitely got him together.
What about you? What y'all think? What about you, Callie?
On the Keke thing or what?
Do you think Carlos went overboard?
Yeah, I do, but I also think I don't think he went more overboard than Marsal did. Marsal and Tisha are disgusting for that part of it. I don't, I like them both, but I think they're pushing this drug thing too much. He's always challenging her to take
Sorry,
a
my
test.
dog.
She said she would take it. Nothing ever came of that. So Carlos is the host. He's going to ask whatever he can ask. I think the disgusting part comes from Marsal trying to jump her with that every chance he gets. I think it's
Exactly, like, boy,
wrong.
shit. How about you take a polygraph test, honey? Since you want me to take a test, how about
I'm
you take a
gonna
test?
tell you something. I bet all them will probably fail some type of the drug test. Well, I don't do drugs, so I would pass it. But I know all them
You
is
would
smoking.
absolutely pass.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about on the stage. They
Yeah.
probably all smoking some kind of weed, some kind of something. Okay,
Like,
so
and then trying to make it seem like she used somebody else's pee. I'm glad Melody stepped right on in. No, she didn't do that.
Right.
'Cause they
So
didn't
after
even know.
Melody did step in and say, no, we were there, producer, she didn't have nobody else to stop. I think Carlos could have stopped asking questions about it because he went right on in with, it said methadone, and you said, it said methadone negative, but you're on it, so why didn't it show it? Melody has even just confirmed it was hers, So I think he could have stopped the questions there, but he is the host. He had his line of questions, and it still, to me, falls on Marsal and Tisha for automatically, she's still on it. She still needs help. Okay. All y'all do is talk negative about her. Y'all don't really see her enough to know if she's struggling or not. It doesn't sound, but yet y'all were willing to go in on her like that. And so I didn't like that. I never liked that about Marsal, and I love Marsal.
Joy. When Joy goes back, I want to know if she thought it was too far. No, she's back. Do you think Carlos went too far, Joy?
Very much so. And I agree also with Demisio that he did on with Latrice and domestic violence on what's his name too. It was so inappropriate. It was so inappropriate. It's cringy. Like, I don't like Keke either. But I don't like, that's why, remember we were talking about this early on in the season. I don't like it. I didn't like how this whole thing was twisted. If this wasn't going to be a triumphant story,
Amen,
drugs shouldn't have been on here. Even my husband said certain people shouldn't be on it. He literally, got up and said certain people just, this kind of narrative shouldn't be on the show. He was really talking about Marie and her mother. He was
I didn't like Marie and her mama either on Bell Collection.
He was like, this shouldn't be a thing. This isn't, unless you're telling triumphant stories, it's almost traumatic because too many of us are dealing with that. And these shows, in a way, should be some kind of escape with a little realism in there. It's cringy for too many of us. Yeah.
But y'all remember when it happened, I said, if I was Keke, I would not have done it over the counter test. You would have had to take me, and I still think people may have not believed it. But that test, if it was given, I don't even think it should have been done on camera. It should have been with a doctor, a qualified doctor, because everything that's going to happen is going to be questioned by people. So her doing that didn't do anything but cause more people to not believe her. It didn't help in any way at all. And I think she says that where she goes, they test her all the time because she can't be in the program if she tests positive. So I don't know if they wouldn't.
What is methadone?
It's like
it's synthetic. It's a synthetic
variation of an opioid.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to help with your cravings or whatever.
Your cravings.
It takes away. Yeah, and it's very sad that the traditional drug rehab, NA, Narcotics Anonymous, almost doesn't exist because all of these places get, well, not all, but most of these places get state grants that they do to help people on drugs. And they are pushing these drugs instead of pushing mental recovery, because that's what I would qualify like Narcotics Anonymous under, where you're working on yourself, you're treating, you're going through the steps of
Well,
recovery.
that's still on the person though, because they can decline taking that. So that's really kind of like a personal choice that you would have to just actually make. Like, no, I'm just gonna do this on my own. So that's really up to the person. Really,
It's
can't really
always up to the
blame them.
person. I'm just saying, it's never not. I'm not suggesting that it wasn't. I said they are pushing this. And I know this for a fact because in the state of Missouri, my stepfather owned a drug rehab center. He was literally the only person in the state of Missouri that refused to take those drugs. Refused.
You mean
That
to
meant that
give those out?
yes, that meant
Okay,
that
because when you said
every
take them,
drug,
people
I
think
mean,
she's
take
taking
them.
them.
Yeah,
I
give
got
them
you.
out to people. He was
Right.
the only one in the state of Missouri that refused them because he felt like it was just giving another dependency. And they would literally give these people this drug for up to 20 years.
That's crazy.
That's insane to me.
She does need to, and I don't know Keke, but she does need to try to be weaning herself off of it. I
Yes.
don't know how deep of an opioid addiction she had, and maybe she's afraid she'll relapse if she stops. I know she's not in Narcotics Anonymous. She says she doesn't want to do it because of, does it not have a faith base to it? I thought it did. I don't know anything about it. I've never been on anything. I don't know
I'm
anybody who's
glad that
in it.
she cleared that up too, though, because it's like the way they were insinuating it. You would have thought she was a crackhead.
And we've talked about that because Keke is not a crackhead. She's not on the corner. She got addicted to something that was prescribed to her. This could happen to any of us. None of us are immune to what happened to her.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to be judging her because this happened to her, because it happened to you too. I don't really take any medicines like that because I like to be in control of myself. I'm a control freak. So I wouldn't take it. But she got addicted to something her doctor gave her. She did not go to the corner. She did not
It's
shoot
true.
herself up with a needle. You know what I mean? So we need
That
to give
is true.
right.
I'm glad you're saying it because I'm a living witness. I've seen it firsthand with
Mm-hmm.
my ex-boyfriend. He went through it like really, really bad after he had like a bad car accident and messed up his leg. Like, I'm talking about the links that he was going through to hide it from me. Like, it was like a mess. Like, the only reason I caught him was because I saw him trying to unscrew the pipes in the bathroom because he dropped
That's
some
sad.
down the
And I
sink.
know how to do this stove.
So
So it's just
okay.
like,
Stove.
I forgot what I was going
it's
to say.
real.
Oh,
It's
I
real.
do want to say this. So Carlos, and I don't know why he said this, and some people feel like because he's excuses Melody behavior. I don't understand, but he was saying he understood why Melody threw the glass at Martell, but he did not. But he couldn't fathom why Keke made Tisha get baptized and wade in the water. So is that fair? Should he treat them all the
No, it's
same?
not fair. He's not
Okay.
fair at all. Carlos, no, it's not.
What do
Carlos
y'all
probably got a
think?
crush on Martell. That's why he be upholding him and Melody's bull crap.
You think he
I
got
think I don't think I do think the situations were slightly different though.
mm-hmm.
I know I'm finna take male side.
I'm shocked. I'm
Um,
scared today. It's gonna snow. It's snowing.
um, I can't imagine being married to somebody
Right.
and they literally tell me that somebody else is pleasing them sexually.
Oh God, I'm killing. I'm not killing. I don't kill. I'm not a killer, but don't push me.
I can't imagine the onslaught of words
Mm-hmm.
or things that I would hurl at him in those moments.
Right.
So I think that's a little bit different than your cousin not talking to you. So you go pick up some water and throw it on.
She didn't
I
pick up
just
water. She flung a thing.
whatever. I think it's different.
Yeah.
I think it's different than that.
But I
I got
think Keke honestly feels like, and she has told this story several times. Every time they ask her what is her issue with Tisha, it's the same story about the cheating rumors and
Yeah.
the names that they be bleeping out. It's like if Tisha was talking to her about that and stuff like that, don't get on camera acting like you don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. That's kind of giving two-faced to me. Because even when they asked her at the reunion, she brought up the same story about what her and Tisha discussed. And it's just like, girl,
Why would
stop
you
acting
be
like you
mad
don't
at
know
that?
no something.
It don't make sense. Why
But
you're
it's like,
mad?
I mean, you're ignoring me. You acting like you don't know what I'm talking about. Like that would agitate me as well.
Who?
Because stop. Come on now, stop the
Who?
bullshit.
But would you still want to? I don't like to be
Who
ignored
should
either.
be irritated? That's what I'm confused with.
I think he
I
said the
would,
ignoration of it all, right?
yeah, that would agitate me. And it's just like, we had these conversations. Like, come on now. I'm only doing this because of what basically she was saying. She was only doing what she was doing because of the conversations that she had with Letitia.
Mm.
So, like, don't be sitting up here ignoring me, acting like you don't know what I'm talking about. Like, that would irritate me too. Like, even if you didn't want to talk about it, you at least owe me one conversation.
I don't owe you
One.
nothing. Not when apparently
Well, she
there's.
shouldn't have brought it up. She shouldn't have brought it up to her. If she wasn't going to talk about it, or she felt like she didn't owe her no response, she shouldn't have been talking about that with Keke, period.
Well, okay. So Carlos asked everybody if they thought Keke was still on drugs. Should he have done that? I feel like he
No.
crossed the line. I'm sorry, y'all.
He said, y'all see what he texted on Twitter.
What'd he say? No,
He said that
She
Keke
didn't change her story.
asked
She
him.
told that same story, girl. Girl,
Hold
bye.
on, go ahead, Joyce.
No, she said that Keke said she asked him to ask those questions because she wanted to clear everything up. So
I
there
thought he
were
said that about
no.
Latrice. He said about Keke
Thank you,
too.
Latoria.
Maybe it was Latrice.
That was
If
Latrice.
it was
That wasn't
Latrice,
Keke. Mm-hmm.
And then that's another thing. What Latoria
it
said,
was.
baby, don't think you gon' then you gonna speak to my husband and not speak to me. Oh no, ma'am.
Now that would be an issue. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So Kimmy said, wait a minute. Mel said she didn't believe it. I don't think Martell said anything.
Girl, the
Maurice
Capricorn
said,
in me wouldn't have ever let her know that I was pissed off that you spoke to my husband and not me. The Capricorn in me would not ever allow a piece of emotions. You would never
but
see.
we're different people, Joy. We're
Ooh,
not
Yeah,
very
yeah,
we hold
no.
our shit in. And you know what? That's gonna kill us. Okay.
I'm too
I'm
much
doing a
of a
Bible study now about
confrontational
holding stuff
person.
in. I gotta let it go. God, let it go, Montique. I'm trying. It's hard. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
doing a study. That's how
I'm too
bad
much
it
of
is,
a
y'all. That's how
confrontational
bad
person
it
for that
is.
stuff.
Because I will look mute. I will be cute and mute. And you would just be sitting there having an attitude. And I'll be cute and mute. But anyway, Maurice said she just wanted a storyline. Kimmy said she didn't think so, but Keke be sweating. Is that the method? Is that the methadone? Does the methadone make you sweat?
She said it did. That's what she told.
Okay.
That's what she told Stormi.
She told somebody. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's the methadone. She do be sweating. She had that little purple fan all the
She
time.
antsy too. Her mouth be twitching.
Really?
I'm not sure if it's nervous energy.
But I mean, that's
It
gonna
could be
come from being a drug addict. Period. Like she was on it bad, so like that's just probably long
They
lasting
don't
side
act like
effect.
that forever.
I don't know.
When you
I
own it for so
mean,
long, maybe that will cause you to do that. When it's
I
long
don't
lasting
know.
side effects to being on drugs. I know plenty of people that do that type of stuff that was doing it like that. That just, first of all, I've took a Percocet before too. Like so, like it makes like you have to put a piece of gum in your mouth to chew when during my college party days, honey. When I was in
I
college
just drunk
partying,
at college and danced on tables, but I don't know about the Percocet.
I would admit, but I wasn't a like I wasn't addicted to it. That was just something we did when we would go out to
okay.
parties and stuff like
To
that.
be crystal clear, I never took it recreationally, but once when I just learned this last week, like literally last week, talking to my aunt, they were talking about opioids. I said, I don't think I ever took an opioid before. And then I said, what did you give me when we were in Florida though? When my knee was hurting real bad? She said, a Percocet. I said,
an oxycodone.
right. But I did cut it in half.
Okay.
So I did cut it in half. All I know is it worked.
And that's why they keep doing it, because they keep chasing that high.
It did work. My knee was hurting real bad. I had fell down the steps on our way. Look, on my way to the airport, I slid down the steps. So right. So my knee was hurting that whole trip.
I don't know about that. They say somebody said Wanda twitches too. I I just can't.
She does.
When Wanda
You're
talks, I just
right.
try to understand what she's saying. I don't even know if I look at her because I'm trying to hooked on phonics work for me when she talk. I don't know.
I was.
Monty,
Oh,
you know you're wrong.
wait a
What?
minute. Oh, you
I cannot.
would have really hated the reunion on the girls on the Bells because they had to have subtitles for
Cliff.
Cliff. It was so funny. Wait a
I
minute.
didn't even watch it, but
Wait
it was
a
in
minute.
the group.
And doing the reunion.
Oh yeah, talking about Latrice's husband. Oh my
Yes.
God, yes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Carlos asked him, what did he think about what Cliff said? He said, man, I gotta wait to the subtitles.
So big joy.
I swear.
No.
I swear.
Does he have? Why do you need Cliff? I'm gonna watch it. I don't watch.
It was so
but I'm gonna watch that part.
funny.
Okay, let's get back because it's 6:30. We got to get off here.
Keisha
husband. Are we gonna talk about Tiffany? We're gonna just say Tiffany get well. Are we gonna
Tiffany, get well. We miss you already. Bye.
Tiffany get well? We miss you, and I don't
We
think
don't. We don't.
And I will say that a Karen could be a black woman. It does not have to be a mixed woman, Marceau. So take that back.
I don't think that it's based off color.
It's not. It's a behavior.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a behavior. But Marceau was being funny and he said, I don't say a black woman to do it, but I will say it could be a mixed woman. So what about the charade situation of it all? Did everybody not know it was a business arrangement?
I believe it. I do believe that.
Do you believe it's
I believe that since day one.
Do you believe he said it in the court records though?
I don't think he had a choice.
But
I don't know.
You guys, if you remember the Queen Sheba interview, when she had Martell, didn't she have the paperwork? And she said it does say that in the paperwork. Remember, she had the court documents when they were on there. And she said they were in there from what I remember.
And I could see it because oh God, I forgot the thought I was finna.
About Sheree. Well, Kimmy said that. We had talked about that. You said you needed to see them together.
Yeah.
And Kimmy said there was no affection at all.
Yeah, and Martell is too much of an alpha not to show dominance over somebody that he's with. He's the type of guy that's gonna touch your back, your small of your back.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have his hands around your waist when you take pictures. It's just a certain set of. That's the reason why the whole power couple and how dynamic they look together. That's where that comes from. They seem to have.
What we talking about?
We talking about
keep his hands off of Melody.
He couldn't keep his hands off of Melody.
He had his hands around her, on her, somewhere on
very possessive. That's the Carlos King said that's the reason why he cast them. He was like they were dynamic.
So they want to talk about the little drummer boy. I say he looked like a little drummer boy walking out. What do y'all think?
They played it differently than what I thought it was. He was going to get the so-called court documents. I thought he was leaving.
Right. But he still walked out like he was having a 2-year-old tantrum.
He did.
I don't think it was. I thought
he did. Girl,
he didn't bring his receipts. I think he shouldn't have bought his receipt. I would have agreed with you if somebody had to go get him. He didn't come back. I would agree with that. But I just think that he forgot his receipts in the dressing room.
The way he walked off was. You got children? You know when they watch Nickelodeon and they feel like I had to tell my daughter, this is TV. You don't do this. They do that on Nickelodeon. You're not gonna do this here. You're not gonna walk out my room, slam my door, and say you don't love me. That's for TV. That was what Martell did. He got up, he started stumping off like a little teenager.
It definitely gave. I hate you, mommy.
I hate you, mom. I mean, that is what kind of energy he gave me, like Nickelodeon energy. What y'all think? I was like,
I hope they was playing though. It was something about their going backward and forward that made me think, oh, they did this. They playing. Was it just me?
I mean, it does give like they give it because they do it because they know it's like good for TV.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think either one of them really care.
Yeah, he walked out of there like he was having a serious temper tantrum, and then
I will say this
with the paperwork and handed the paperwork to Melody to find. Mel's like, no, you signed it. Then handed it to Carlos. So you didn't have that whole temper tantrum and came back with nothing. That is
I will say this. I think it is they do know that their arguments are good for like the show, but I do think sometimes Melody go off script, if you may, and do say
Uh-huh.
stuff that hits below the belt, and I think that's where it goes to like pissing him off because it's like,
He be
okay,
ready
now
to
you
fight out
you
here.
know you doing too much now. You weren't supposed to say all that. We
Right.
just supposed to keep
Part of
it,
we are
you
actors.
know.
Remember, we are actors.
Essentially, that's what he was saying
Yeah.
with the meeting that they were supposed to have in the
Mhm.
finale, that they were supposed to sit down, have a conversation. He was supposed to take accountability and apologize. And he think he doing that. And Melody, like, he was like, can we get to a place of forgiveness? He was expecting Melody to say yes.
He
She
said
went
no.
completely off the script and said no. And that's what he was pissed about. That
yeah.
whole rant that he had, that's
Mhm.
what he was saying. He was essentially saying, we didn't agree to post some stuff. Why you going out?
Same script, different cast. Deborah Cox and who was that? Whitney Houston, honeys.
That was what he was saying. So yeah, I can
What
see
was
that.
something I was gonna
It was
say?
something about it that seemed kind of playful.
Do you think it was weird that they brought out the Fletchers and the Whitlows and started talking about Mel and Martell? Or was it just me?
Absolutely. Yes, that is the only thing I started. Sorry. That
Why?
is the only thing I started to post today. Is
Chris
that I was
Fletcher in
all
his
excited
prom
to see the
outfit.
Fletchers,
Little-
and then here come back to Martell. It was
And
ridiculous.
Martell, even if you go back and watch, he looked
He
like
looked crazy.
like why you bringing
Mhm.
my name up? Go back and watch. He's like, what? You know, he makes some good faces. I love his faces.
Wait a minute. I wanted to say this. By far, Miss Fletcher Nail had the prettiest dress on.
He looks
Now
beautiful.
I will say that the gold was absolutely
I
beautiful.
mean, it is. I mean, they showed a little bit as she was sitting down. I wish they had shown her walking like from head to toe, but she looked really good.
She's a
And her
pretty
hair
lady.
was cute.
I don't
Yes.
necessarily like the hair, but okay, I get it.
It's better than what it used to look like.
I just watched him walking out. He did tiptoe out with his head down. Screen. He did. Shut up.
Who tiptoed down?
You know, I'm watching the part where Martha.
Oh, you see it now?
That was no tiptoe. That was
Yeah.
I'm an angry
No,
5-year-old.
his hands were
His
straight.
hands
He
was
was
like this,
walking like
girl.
that.
His shoulders were
That
all
was a
twinched
Nickelodeon
together.
moment, and I love every minute of it. Not when my daughter do it though. We have a conversation. Let's see. Why do you think Carlos keeps asking Martell if he still loves Mel? Like, can he stop?
He's obsessed with that.
Why?
I told you he want Martell. He want a piece of that curve. I'm telling you,
And that hook.
It's another Andy and Joe Gorga situation. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Andy is obsessed with Joe.
Not
Gorga.
the
You
Christmas
lying
tree.
about
Do
that.
you for real?
Girl, it's
I'm being serious. That's what Carlos give with Martell. Like it's like
yes.
he want to jump that man. He want a piece of it. I'm telling you.
Carlos got a man.
Okay, then what that mean?
Oh, okay. I understand. You got a man don't mean you don't want another one.
Carlos
got a boo with the yes.
Andy didn't have a man before too. And that didn't stop. That ain't stopped him. And didn't have a man too, and that ain't never stopped his obsession with Joe Gorga. So,
well, they say
the
only way to get over a man is to get under another one, and I'm just gonna let y'all know that. Carlos and Melody did. Okay, let's see. Do you think that Melody's answer was good about? He said, "Do you feel like hurt that your kids are around this woman?"
Oh,
I thought she said, "I just feel like it's a protection thing because this is the woman who came between us."
No, she said
she talks bad about me. Go ahead. No. I have it.
She said, "Who admired my life,
adored my life,
so much."
Yeah, she did.
That she was willing to come again. That I agree with that.
It was eloquent. I was proud
but how does that match with that prayer that Ariane put up?
She prayed for somebody.
We don't know if that's if y'all don't know
for somebody's husband, like Portia prayed for Simon, and
we don't know what Joy.
The prayer was, I hope that if I lost something, if you give it back to me, God, I know what to do with it, or something. It was something I do think that's a beautiful prayer.
It's beautiful.
Just generally speaking, I don't know if she was talking about a man because I think she got Martell. I don't think that that's what she was praying for. I think it was probably.
Oh, is this a new prayer? Oh, I thought it was an old prayer. This was a recent prayer?
Yeah, she put it on her story a couple days ago.
Oh, she got Martell because did y'all hear Marceau say?
Yes, I don't think she was talking about Martell. I think she was talking about something else that she probably had and lost.
Can we go find the prayer calendar?
And she wanted back.
Okay. Let me ask another question, then I'll go look for the prayer. Keke was trying to the babysitters. Why did he bring them up again?
Somebody said, "Oh, it went to 20."
It
No,
went from
it
20
went
to
to
11.
Went to 11. That's what somebody put online.
What is the point of the babysitters?
Okay. They're just talking about the court case because that's what the court case's biggest thing was, her babysitter.
Okay, here's the prayer. Lord, if I ever mishandled what I prayed for, get Kelly or somebody. Is that Kelly?
That's not me. I'm on mute.
It's not you. I don't know who it is. Lord, if I ever mishandled what I prayed for, give me another chance to receive it and the ability, strength to manage it correctly this time around.
Yeah.
So that's if I ever mishandled what I prayed for.
So she prayed for that man. She mishandled it
by she was talking about
Martell. Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do y'all think in the audience?
Yes.
I'll be right back, Monica.
Talking about something like maybe like a business or a life goal.
Or okay, I'm talking about that. Marsha said he's not claiming her. So let's talk about it. So in the thing, and not Andy. See, y'all got me saying Andy. What's his name? Carlos asked Martell if he was in a relationship. He said, no, I'm single. And then Marceau said something like, but your wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's talking about coleslaw, and some people are thinking that they're married, but I don't think they're married. They're just always together. Why is he not claiming her if he's with her? Because even Mel said she's with my kids. Say she's there all the time. Why won't he claim this woman? Joy, anybody?
You ask? It don't make no sense to me.
Because I feel like he would look better. Because say I risked it all for somebody, and if I end up with that person, it makes sense. But if you risk it all for somebody and you don't end up with them, then it's irrelevant, right? Would he not?
I do wonder though, is he enjoying this fame a little bit? Because I don't know what that girl was doing there on the finale. He said he got a massage
for an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't really. I don't. He might be enjoying being single, but he also, it's very obvious to me that he desires the, family structure. But
so
he don't want to be committed. He don't want to be committed.
So is he keeping her around to be a babysitter?
Possibly. He likes coming home to somebody, but he still want to do what he want to do.
And she's going to allow that to happen.
I mean, if you were willing to cheat with somebody, be prepared if you in wife's slot to be cheated on.
How you get them is how you lose them. That's what they say.
Wait, this is completely off topic, but have y'all seen that viral clip of TD Jakes?
Yes, no. And Bobby Brown.
No, when he was on stage in that pink, not pink, but the purple outfit. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, with Chris Brown. It's with Chris Brown. I have.
Okay, so somebody asked who is Coleslaw. Did I call her Coleslaw? I'm sorry. So there's a little thing they're saying she's a side chick and she's not even a good side. She's like Coleslaw. We try not to call her that on here, and if I did say that, I do apologize.
Coleslaw is because coleslaw is never the main dish.
It's never a main
always
dish. It's not a good side. So her name is Arion. I'm sorry. So that's who I meant. If I said coleslaw, please forgive me. I apologize. We try to be a little respectful. Did I make that up? Okay. Anything else? Let's see. Miss Betty. Is that where we at?
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy. In the words of Candace, honey,
I didn't understand it the first time because I felt like they were jumping around it at their table. She did clarify why she was mad at Melanie, and I do remember what the groups were like in their time. And if you all didn't catch it, Miss Betty was saying because at the end of the previous season, at the finale, I think it was Destiny that had that audio and that tape or whatever that played it. People in the groups assumed that it was Stormi, and they were so mad at Stormi. That's when in the groups, people was pulling up her real bad reviews, was telling people not to order, was telling people to cancel their order, was talking about how long it's been. That's the reason why in real time you saw Stormi going into her warehouse to try to get those orders out quickly. Like I think at that time she thought it was damaging to her brand. Like it was a real bad situation for her. And then they start calling stores, major stores, because that's where it was, in Walgreens and CVS and Walmart, or not Walmart, Target, to get her products removed. So Miss Betty's thing was, all she could have did was said a few words. Oh no, Stormi didn't do that. That's all Miss Betty wanted, because they were doing this in these groups. Because if y'all remember, Miss Betty is in these groups. What's her name? Betty Kruger. Yeah.
Betty Kruger. I call her Betty Kruger. I don't know her real name. Betty Kruger.
So she's in these groups. So she saw this in real time. I remember how toxic it was.
So Donna's saying that she didn't like Melody before then.
Oh, she did. Well, I'm not going to say she didn't like her, but you kind of get the impression that she felt like Melanie is just as responsible as Martell is in a lot of situations. I can't really say if she didn't like her, but it kind of gave you the impression that she was more team Martell than she was team Melanie.
Okay, so Joe, after saying all this, I'm going to say this. I have a mother, but my mother does not need to fight my back. I want my mother to be a respectful person. I don't want her in the mess. I don't want her on the couch looking crazy at a reunion, especially if she ain't even making no coins from this, and it's my fight and I'm a grown-up. I can understand her being upset, because I'm sure all them mamas have been upset by something that somebody said about their child, because none of them ain't nice to each other.
You don't think they get paid?
You think the mamas get? Well, Wanda probably was. I don't think.
I bet you this year she might not have been paid if she did an appearance. But I feel like she had a whole storyline.
Melody shouldn't even be fighting somebody's mother. I should not have to go. Your mother is my elder. I'm not going to argue with the elder. If you want to fight with me, Stormi. But don't get your mother to come. You know what I mean? Because my mom ain't gonna do that. So I just feel like Miss Betty wanted a moment. She's a fan of the show. She saw Wanda's success. She thought she was going to be Wanda 2.0, but she ain't likable. At least Wanda was funny.
Yeah, she was.
Miss Betty just comes across as a mean old lady.
Mean. Mm-hmm. I agree with
mean old lady.
I agree with that, but I still also think that in real time, because I don't know if you remember, Montanique, we were talking about this. We don't want her, like, her brand ruined. Like, it was.
Yeah, we don't.
I just felt like just a human factor in all of this. Like, she should have said, no, it wasn't Stormi. That's all. Even if she had just tweeted it, she didn't even have to show up or say it in one of her lives. It wasn't her.
So you think that's one little tweet saying it wasn't Stormi, it could have solved all the world's problems?
Yes, it would have said, that ain't Stormi. Don't do my girl like that. Or she didn't even got to do that. Just said it wasn't Stormi that did that. And just leave it at that. She had nothing to do with it. Anywhere it go, I think she could have. That's the human side of this show in general. You know, I might not like you as a person, but like, for real, I don't want your business ruined.
Like, well, Montanique, you better than me, honey. You better than me, because I will take it there with the elders.
But that's you. But I don't want to do that, especially if I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to start my own business. I'm a successful woman. Stormi's brand, it could have been from my tweet, messed up or whatever. But me going after an old lady, I'm an elder, I'm not going to call her old lady, who will go to the mud to try to hurt me, because she wanted a fight with Melody and she was going to say some hurtful things, but Melody did not let her. She didn't give her what she thought, because I'm sure she had some practice stuff like Tisha did to try to diminish Melody's business. But she didn't give her that. She just said, I'm not here for you. Go worry about your own family. Then she gonna say, mind your business.
Baby,
Really?
like I said, Melody is better than me, honey. That's all. Because baby, Melody is almost what 40-some-year-old woman,
37, I think 37, 38.
almost 40 years old,
Mhm.
close to 50. Baby, please, you think because you 70 or 60, you gonna disrespect me? No, ma'am. I'm gonna put you
So you think
right
she
in
should
your
have went
place.
in on her?
I
That's
did. I
Gen Z. That's y'all
absolutely.
problem. Y'all
Do
don't
you
care
think
about
she should have went
nothing.
Absolutely.
in?
Yes, because I am that's just like me. I'm 22 and I'm not finna let no 50 or 60-year old talk to me any kind of way and oh, I'm just gonna let it brush off because she's 60. Absolutely not. I used to want to cuss my mom out. So
Can I
you think
want
that
to
I'm
address
gonna let
this
you
right
do
here?
that? No, sir.
Stormy's brand was
I want
damaged
to address this
before.
comment right here. Now,
Mm.
I don't like Stormy, but I don't think she sent her mama for her. Mama say this. Mama, you want Melody to put out a tweet and control the people that she don't know, but yet Stormy can't control the mother that she knows. I don't understand that rationale.
On today.
I don't
On today.
understand that rationale. So you want me to control fans who I don't even know, but you can't even control your mama who live down the street around the corner? No, ma'am. It makes no sense to me. It does not.
And I also feel like if elders want respect, they got to give young people respect. That's just how it go. You can't be disrespecting nobody and then think we're supposed to be like, "Oh, you're an elder, so I'm gonna let it
Oh yeah.
slide."
I
No,
heard about.
absolutely not. No, that does
All
not
right.
work that way.
Let Tori talk real quick because we got 10
Yes,
minutes. So,
and I would like to add to Montique and Demetria, y'all are correct. Because, I was in those groups at that time. Because the reason why I was kicked out of the group because of that and me and Betty going at it. Um, Betty had said numerous of nasty, vile things about Mel before Stormy became a cast member. And she had said more things after Stormy has became a cast member. Not one time have Stormy went on social media and said, "Oh, that's not true. Mom, don't do that. Don't do this. Or don't stop." She didn't try to clear anything up. So I don't understand why Betty feel like Mel need to clear anything up when Stormy couldn't do it. And Stormy's excuse at that time was, "I cannot control anything what my mama say or do." So guess what? Mel cannot control how the fans think, what they say or do. It's the same way.
I agree. That's what
That's
I
what I
said.
wanted to say about that particular situation.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, I do. I don't even know have y'all talked about it yet, and y'all gonna be shocked what I got to say. Um, yeah, I'm a fan of Mel. Everybody know it, but I'm holding Mel accountable. Period. I'm
For what?
standing on it because I am the main one, and y'all know it. I'm always talking about double standards, double standards, double
You
standards.
do, honey. We go. That's gonna be your
And
motto.
I feel like, regardless of what the situation was, throwing is throwing. Mel threw water at Montel. Not only did she do that, at Nail House, she threw a vase or either a glass at him and it shattered and broke. So at the end of the day, no one said anything about it. So there's no need to be coming at Keke about throwing water. If you're
I
going to
agree.
hold one person to a standard, all of them should be held to a standard. And also, with Mel saying that she beat Martell
Oh,
ass,
I didn't like it. Yeah.
I do not know what the girl was thinking or anything like that, but she dead ass wrong. Cause at the end of the day, here you is raising money with hoodies talking about for abusers of victims and all that, but you're an abuser yourself. Cause you just admitted on national TV that you beat this man ass in his house. And not only that, if he would have said that, we would have been all on him and eating him down. And just like we hold him accountable for the things he do and the things he say, it's time for us to hold Mel accountable as well, no matter if we like her or not. Mel was wrong. She was dead wrong. And I hope, sister girl, think about that and come back with an apology as well.
Okay, I agree with that. I don't. I think that was the dumbest thing she could have said. And I'm gonna tell you what I would say. I'm gonna say, honey, I meant I beat his ass at his own game. Look, Montique already got the PR stance. I didn't mean fight him literally. I mean I beat his ass at his own game. So, Mel, if you need me to be your PR person to help you with that statement, I will do it. Okay.
I didn't think anything about that comment. I mean, I wish she hadn't said it, but I had seen her throw, that glass at him at Nail's house because Martell is toxic. So I wasn't surprised when she said whether she beat him at his own game or whatever she did beating wise. I wasn't surprised to hear it.
But yeah, I do not like the fact. I do think that if they're going to say Keke's violent, they've all been violent. They've almost fought. Marceau has called the police on Martell. They almost got the fighting at Madani that wasn't even open. I mean, everybody has done. All of them got a mug shot except Melody. Like none of them are, and maybe Kimmy. I don't know about her. So I don't know why they're so hard on Keke and try to act like she is just this horrible person when they've all done stuff. But I do agree with you on they need to hold Melody accountable for saying that because that's something she should not have said.
Eunice says she beat his. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, girl, we're playing semantics. At the end of the day, it's still the same thing. Girl,
Yeah,
bye.
but the words make a difference. I get it.
Well,
Girl, the words
I
don't make a difference. If she jumped on him, she jumped on him. Period.
Now, Damicio, we can make those words work, okay?
I mean, the words do make a
I
difference.
will make them work if she wants me to put her a statement together. But I don't approve of that message. I don't approve of anybody hitting anybody. So
There's ice on the side here.
anything else, y'all? Because it's 6:55. Oh, hold on. Let me do our ending. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so.
All right. So I got off camera a little bit.
All I know is,
Hold on, let me
I'm
put
glad I hope we talking about something else on Potomac. I just really do. I hope we talking about something else.
We know
I
you
really,
need.
really do.
Don't pay D no mind, honey. He just he got PMS today. It's okay.
I just really hope they talking about something else. That's all. I
don't know. We'll see. So
Same to you and everybody. Stay safe and warm.
Yeah, everybody stay
Yes.
warm. Don't y'all work tomorrow if you black. And if you white, I'm sorry.
I just
do
asked
love
about
y'all.
you,
I do love the white people, but y'all need to work.
Next time. Yeah.
Because we have a dream. Okay, I'm a hot mess, and y'all know it. Y'all know I'm just be playing. So here's our QR code. Oh, hold on, Callie, we got some more comments. I can't see them because I'm in this. So I don't know if I'm gonna put them up. But we
Victoria,
I'll take it down real quick so I can put a QR code. Click this
Thank
QR
you,
code.
Toya. We enjoyed all y'all.
Anything, chat or
Next time for
you
sure,
can
Kayla
find
gonna
our
come get us
podcast.
together, y'all.
Huh?
Yeah. All right.
Callie,
I
can you
posted
hear
the
me?
link.
Can y'all hear me talking?
I
Yeah, I was
posted
reading
the
comments.
link.
Sorry,
It
go.
was early on. I didn't post it again, but I posted it.
I posted it in here if somebody wants to talk. They didn't come up.
Yeah,
so,
she couldn't open the link. That was all. She'll be back next time.
So you have to open it on if you're on your phone, open up Chrome or Safari, and you'll get in.
Yeah.
So
you can't do it.
We should put that disclaimer out. So next time
you
we'll be
can't
on
do it in
tomorrow.
Google.
So if you watch Potomac, come on for Potomac tomorrow. And you can talk then. But this is our QR code. We have a podcast.
And Married to Medicine.
And Married to Medicine. We have a podcast. You can listen to all of our past shows if you want to. We have a YouTube. We have TikTok. TikTok is hitting more than anything because Callie keeps that together. Instagram, Facebook, all social media. Thank you all for joining us. Tomorrow.
Oh, Joy, send me your.
Demetrio,
I'm
stop.
sorry.
Please let me finish this.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we will be doing Potomac and Married to Medicine about the same time. So please join us. Go, Demicio.
I'm sorry. I just thought about it in the moment. I'm impulsive. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm impulsive.
Monty, he says my name wrong too. He said he
I'm
didn't
sorry.
hear Monty, but go ahead.
All right,
I
y'all.
did say that.
Good,
I'm
you
impulsive. Okay, so I was gonna say, Joy, because it just popped in my head. That's what made me just blurt it out like that. I'm sorry. Y'all I'm young. I'm sorry.
He's young.
I'm a young little thing.
You don't have nothing to do with it. I still do that.
Joy, you supposed to let me have that. No, I was gonna tell you to send me your Gmail. I've been meaning to, so I can send you my book to read.
Oh, okay.
I've been forgetting to ask you that for so long.
Okay.
So now that since we on here, I can.
All right, I'll do it now.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Peace out.
Peace in the Middle East, baby. Peace in the Middle East.
You on mute.
I was saying, Kayla, tomorrow, come on. We're about to get off because we got to watch Potomac, so we can't bring you up now. But if you want to talk tomorrow, just come on about 5-ish, or we can do it early. I don't care. I'm home all day. We'll put out a StreamYard. Follow our page, like and subscribe, so you'll know when we go live. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
Bye, you guys.
Okay, wait a minute.
Kelly, you look beautiful.
End it because I want to ask you something. Okay,